All right, Karla, we have the top carriage from the Cutie Frame. I have a machine. I have an amazing sheet of paper. Hopefully you can find one of these from a notebook or something at home. Now, why? Karla, one of the biggest questions we get asked is what?
Will my machine fit?
Will my machine fit? How do I know? And so I thought we'd just quickly answer that. And what I wanted to do is just show you, here's a sheet of paper, and we have a template at graceframe.com
on
the Cutie page, and you can download this. We'll have one that has a print of the size of the opening of the carriage. A lot of people want to know, will my machine fit? What we want to look at is, will it not fall into the hole?
Right.
And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of move it to one side here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to kind of fold this. So I want everybody to see this is the size of the hole. Go ahead and hold that.
All right.
You can take your machine and you can compare it to the feet on your machine. Are the feet wider than the sheet of paper?
And that's these black feet
the
right
black
here.
feet. Yep. Are they outside of this? Because this is the hole.
Yeah.
So the answer is yes. See how the feet are wider? What that means is that when the machine goes to sit here, can you see how those feet then are going to sit so that it won't fall into the hole? Now, the width of the machines change as well. I'm going to take a sheet of paper again.
Okay.
We're going to go ahead and lay this across, and you'll notice that it's just about the width of a sheet of paper. So I'm going to hold this up, and I want to have you put that across the bottom. Do the feet fit inside of that space?
Yes, they do.
Okay, so I'm going to put this up here. We're going to take a quick look at this, Karla. Here it is. Again, if your machine is wider on the outside, again, not the feet, it's okay if the machine were to sit off of the edge, or if it would extend off the front, because the feet are on the carriage. All right, Karla, we have a table surface.
Yes.
Could it be a kitchen table?
Yes, it could.
Could it be maybe my counter space?
Yes, I quilt on my island.
Okay. So it could be a folding table, one of the portable ones, etc. So I have the Cutie Frame. The rubber pads are on the entire bottom, which is a really nice surface. The reason we've done this is to keep it so that your table surface stays safe. Some of you might have quartz or corian, or you might have formica. This one's real wood, and so what we don't want to do, we don't want it to scratch. The other thing it does, Karla, is you'll see that once we put it up here, it won't slide around. So we don't have to worry about clamping or holding or putting it together. So that's what we have. So I'm gonna have you kind of come around.
Okay.
From the front, it's really easy. If you're just going to lift this, I'm going to have you just kind of lift
I'm
it.
just going to show you how I would do it.
Okay, I'm going to make sure that's on
there. And I have to kind of stand like this, but I'm just going to lift it up like this, and it's not heavy at all. It's not like my sewing machine. I'm just going to put it on my table, and I'll show you how stable it's going to be. Man, it's stable.
All right. All right, we're going to talk about this rail part. This is the part that allows the rail that we put through the throat of the machine to kind of be held in place. Karla, there are no tools required. Once this has been built, you can just do it with your hands. So why don't you go ahead and slide that off for me so everybody can see.
I'm just going to move it this direction. There's a little arrow that points to the direction that you move it.
I'm going to grab the other side of the frame, and then Karla, if you'll just go ahead and take the rail and just sit it down there for just a second.
Right here.
This is the carriage.
Yeah, the wheels are at an angle, and I just want to position them on the track so that it's going to move side to side.
There we are. This is the upper carriage. Karla, here you go. This one again just sits on top.
So again, the angled wheels just right over the tracks.
Okay, Karla, here's the machine.
This is how I would hold it to put it on. And I make sure that the feet are going to be positioned on the solid part.
All right, now we'll go ahead and just put our machine base clamps in to hold that in place. And so now our machine has been positioned on the carriage, ready to go. Okay, we put the machine on, we put the clamps on. Right now I'm gonna come to the side. We have these easy little clamps that we can just open up. That allows us to raise the side of this frame up. And this goes through the throat of the machine. We're gonna lift it up. There we go. We're gonna bring the machine all the way down to the side. We have quite a bit of clearance. I did this on purpose so that we can see how high this is. I'm just gonna loosen this a little bit. There are letters on the outside. Right now I'm on G. I'm going to move the machine back to the other side. We're gonna check G over here as well. Now we're equal both left and right. Now our rail's in place. What we did is we just took our end caps and popped those back over the rails to put those back in place. We also have over here on the side a little lever that we can open up, and we have this on both the left and the right side. And then this allows us to pull the rail out so that the machine can clear the front. I will set both of these here right at the front number. Locking that back in place keeps that from moving. Again, if it's open, we can push it in and pull it out. Again, locking that in place allows us to have the right clearance on the machine from front to back. So as
I pushed it all the way to the back of the machine so that I could position the pole.
I do want to just briefly talk about the materials, and this is one thing you like to talk about. We like to put our thumb here. Makes it easy to get these off.
Yes, it does. It really does help.
But with this, I'm going to have you hold that for a minute. I'm going to grab another one here. We have taken all of the parts of this frame and we've made them out of the materials that will make them the most durable for the purpose. These are made out of polycarbonate, which means they're very springy, and the shape is different and unique because on the frame, we actually utilize square rails also, which is very different. So the shape, once we clamp it, allows it to work like a ratchet in order to create tension on the frame. Altogether, we have 7 different clips. Again, we've got 2 sides. That's used when the fabric is wide. The ones in the throat of the machine are a little bit different because they don't ratchet, they stay in place. And then we have the front ones. These ones we use to create tension. Now, Karla, we did put the fabric on, and one thing you asked me was, Nathan, I want to show them the handles. What were your thoughts about the adjustment or the handles?
What you're going to do is this little knob right here is how you're going to adjust them. Now you can adjust them out or in, however you want, and then you can position them up or down, whatever's comfortable for you.
I love that, Karla. The other thing as well is this frame. A lot of people want to know, like, there's other things like pantographs, laser work and those things. The handles can be that easy method. You can take them out, you can put them in the back. You can use the table surface. So it has been built the same way a lot of the professional frames. The track system has been, the functionality, the motion is the same. It takes the same technology on that track, and the carriage that we pull from our premium frames are in this one as well.